Get your ice cold Bud Light, Seltzer, hip. Can you get a Bud Light delivered to your seat just like at the game? Yes. And will I still do my touchdown dance just like at the game?
Your mic's on.
Hey,
welcome to the After Party Podcast.
what's going on, everybody?
So this is what we look like with the new camera.
Which camera is this?
I don't know how many cameras there are. 1, 2, 3. Is it 4, AJ? 4? 4 cameras. Can we go through them? This is the higher def one that makes us look like we are sunburned or sick. That looks like a hostage video.
Hi, everybody.
Jesus, that looks like a
My God.
middle school talent show hand cam kind of a
looks
bit.
like a casting couch.
Looks like Corey's interviewing a Yeti.
That's
And there's
terrifying.
AJ.
That's nipple slip guy himself, AJ Mansour.
Hi, Age.
Anyway, that's the
Who's
camera
responsible for all these cameras? Way to go, Zachariah.
Yeah, I'm
There goes Zach.
experimenting.
Speaking of nipple slip himself over there,
Yeah.
just a couple seconds ago, I put up a poll on the Power Trip Twitter account. Should Corey Cove have accepted the answer nipple slip for nip slip?
Yeah.
84% say yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you
I
makes sense.
think the other 16% just don't want AJ to win.
Yeah, that's true, too.
So it's almost everybody says I should have given it to him.
Yeah,
I wish I
it's
could
the
beat him,
right
but I
thing.
cannot.
It's the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I had nothing today. I had like 74 different names jumped into my head as soon as you said NS. None of them were initials.
Mm.
Were none of them. I had Nina Simone, Nancy Sinatra,
Mhm.
Neil Sedaka,
Mm-hmm.
Nice Sack.
Oh, wow. What were the
his-
clues on that?
His work is terrific.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Wrinkly and can be smooth if pulled.
Nipple slip.
Yeah.
Sometimes hairy.
Nipple slip.
Largest one in America is on John Creasel.
Yeah. What about your other buddy that has a giant sack?
Oh, Tom Pickard?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't
it's
they have a
pretty big.
sack off once?
They did, and Tom left embarrassed.
Yeah.
By the way, thanks to Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, Black Cherry,
Is my headset the only
Original.
one that's
No,
tweaking
your
out?
phone's too close.
Oh,
Strawberry,
is that what it is?
and
Really?
3
Yeah.
times peach.
Wait a minute.
Sounds
Wait a minute.
delicious.
Yeah, put your phone closer. Watch.
We have a system that if my phone is too close,
Any systems like that, any wireless system.
Welcome to the radio
Yeah, man.
spectrum.
Yeah, that's why even on our stage stuff, you have to have your phones out of your pockets.
look it up. Okay, but it's still happening, and it's that far away now.
I think it.
That can't be right.
Maybe it's the battery.
Hey, AJ, since you're on camera today, can you read comments to us? Oh,
That
dude,
was super
nice
cool that
job,
he did
man.
that.
That was
yeah,
nice of him.
that's
yeah.
really, really a very cool thing you
That
did.
was great.
And we appreciate the time and work you put in. And I played some of it on the show today. The version that I loaded in, the quality's not that great, so I'm going to try to get a better quality version of it and play it some more. But well done, bitch.
Yeah, well done, bitch.
Do we know Nip Slip, dude? What'd you say his name? Kick Flip?
No, that's nip slip right there.
Kick Flip? Do we know
DJ
him?
Kickflip.
Do we know him? We have. Okay, cool.
And he submitted something back in the day when we did the didn't he submit something the first time we did the Rube
Oh,
opportunity to play
yeah.
initials?
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
does sound right,
yeah.
right?
He was, I think, definitely a finalist.
Yeah, I think he was in the mix. My memory's garbage,
Yeah.
but he's all over Twitter.
Yep.
Power Trip support wise.
Yeah, he wails.
Yep.
So I
him
was
all the
talking
time.
to Creasel right before he left, and I talked to Parrish right before he walked out of the studio as well. They really want to do this Top Golf thing where we go. Parrish is gone next week, but I don't want to wait on him.
You know,
So
Parrish
we should do
win.
it sometime next week. Yeah,
I'm in.
and he would
Parrish
dominate
should
anyway.
win.
But it doesn't mean we only do it one time anyway, right? I mean, we can
Yeah.
do it multiple times. But I think it'd be fun to go there and bring like one of these cameras and film us from behind and make fun of our swings.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
and,
do it.
And bet large amounts of money.
How far can you hit it, Sauce?
About 220, 210,
I wonder what I can hit it. I really don't know.
I have no idea
which
either.
isn't that far.
Yeah.
I mean, Creasel can probably hit it 250. I mean, you get like Tim Nelson, he can probably hit it 300.
Really?
My buddy Luke can hit it about 280. Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow.
Perry can hit it probably about 280. Yeah.
I think it'd be fun, and we can drink some Bud Light Seltzer and other drinkable alcoholic beverages.
Top Golf has those badass like pretzel bites.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Well, who's going to buy, Hawk?
I don't care. Parrish isn't there. It's got to be me.
Yeah. You ain't scared.
I ain't scared.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah, let's do it.
hey, Nip Slip. Do you golf? No. I'm surprised. You seem like a guy that would golf. What is he looking at over there, do you think?
Nip slips.
You looking at comments?
Very carefully.
Very carefully.
Turning up those two knobs on the Scarlet behind you. That should work it. And then see
Check.
It's
Ooh.
not going to change in our ears, but it should change.
Is anyone in the chat asking Zach about his bush? Because that's what Zach likes to ask people about.
I shaved it on.
Okay, no.
Oh,
No.
I thought you were asking about it.
What do you do with it?
What?
Why?
What do you do with it?
Why?
I whack it.
No, Zach.
You
You
put it
want it?
outside
What?
for birds to make nests out of? What do you do
Oh
with
my
it?
God.
Oh,
Eagles could
I
live
don't.
in
I don't. It goes down the drain. I don't know
Oh my
what
God,
happens to
Zach.
it.
Is it a
All
big
right.
deal for you guys at all to see an eagle? Because it still freaks me out. I love it. It's
Oh,
the
they're
coolest thing
great.
ever. A bald eagle? Like, yeah. Yeah, dude, they're everywhere now. And it still freaks me out every time. And I know it's going to eat my cat. I'm cool with that. I love
Yeah.
my cat. But you know what? An eagle got to eat.
I got a little spoiled because we had an eagle's nest on Chisago Lake, so there was an eagle basically essentially year round.
Really?
Right off our lake. Yep. So you
I
could
had
see it all the
never
time.
seen one until I moved them.
It's incredible.
It's unbelievable
Yeah,
how
they're
big
sweet.
they
It's
are.
still cool when you see them, even if you know they're in the area. It's still cool to see them.
Yeah, right.
I don't
So,
get tired of eagles.
I want to get this on mic because
You need to
it's,
come
I think, a
over
cool
into the
story.
center of the stage here like you're doing a
Hey, here's
comedy
nipple
story.
slip.
The
Hey, look at your package.
we have a cabin, and up near our cabin, a tree fell with an eagle's nest in it, and down from the eagle's
Rosie.
nest
You're
fell
gonna be so
a
sore
bunch of
tomorrow.
little baby dog collars.
Yeah.
So when this thing fell down, you could see what was in it, and they went and looked, and there's a bunch of little tiny dog collars.
Come on.
in this
Yeah,
eagle's
man.
nest. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens all the
That's
time.
so sad.
You remember when we got 9 years ago? Remember we did have to look up. I don't remember if we looked up hawks or eagles or whatever, but there was a pretty goddamn big bird flying in Blaine at the
yellow?
time. No, he was not yellow. And I remember Googling, like, can French bulldogs get picked up? And the answer was mostly no, because they're
What'd you do
25,
with it?
26 pounds.
Right.
So it was that even if they come down to try, they would be more likely to die, like, in the attack than get picked up and carried off.
Rosie. Yeah, they'd get taloned to death.
Right. But after that, I pretty much stopped caring.
Yeah,
And
you're
just
like,
said,
cool.
good luck.
Now
Zero.
you want her to be picked up.
Eagles
No,
got
not really. Her time's almost over, so she's got a couple years left.
Out of the four of us here and the fifth over there, for real, who will be watching basketball tonight?
Me, I'm going to watch it all day.
You will watch. No
all
kidding.
day.
Really?
All day. Yeah. I love it, man. Now, I wish we were in Vegas. I wish we were going next week. And I would watch. I don't know, man. I love sports. And I love March. We didn't get it last year, man.
Right,
We were
right.
out without it. And I know it's
How
not
weird
your
was
thing.
that?
It was awful.
Oh,
I mean,
awful.
everything was shut down. I mean, how many days did we go without sports? Over 160 or
Yeah.
something? Fuck that. I'm going to watch. I will watch as much as I can. Yeah.
Even the early rounds.
Yeah, I'm going to watch. We'll watch
Those are the
first
best.
game at 11. Yeah.
Oh, no
The
kidding.
early rounds are the best.
Yeah, there's upsets.
There was a time in my life I would have watched every game essentially for the next 4 days.
Yeah.
Now, I might have it on in the background tonight, but I'm not going to go out
I mean,
of my way to watch it.
In a non-COVID era, let's say 2 years ago, I would go to, I don't know, I'd go home for about a half hour, go to the Loon, and I would just sit at the Loon and watch basketball all day and get hammered and drink Bud Light Seltzer lemonade. 100%. I will watch a lot of it. It's fun.
I
What
hope
are you gonna
Gonzaga loses tomorrow.
They're like 39-point favorites.
They play.
It's going to be close.
Who do they play, Hawk?
I think they play Dixon University Foreskins.
Is that the school that makes the cider?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
so.
Dixon
Oh.
cider.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody want to drink one of these? Because I'm gonna taste it. It sounds
They're
too good.
amazing. They're so good.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good. Refreshing. Yeah, I'll show it.
Do you have to take your pants off?
Yeah. No, I could lift up my leg, but again, it's still healing, so it's not
Oh.
quite ready to go. So you know what? Give me one more week and let it heal one more week. I'll
Fair.
show it next week on the camera because I love it already, but I think it's just like anything. Like I'm sure that if I go like this, people are going to say that tattoo looks like dog shit, and some other people are going to say it looks awesome. So I don't want to open up Ben to any criticism until the tattoo is healed. But I love it, man. I'm pretty excited about it. I hope someday to get to show it to Dolly Parton, and then she shows me her big smile and says, "That's really sweet that you got a tattoo of me. Now get the hell away from
I
me."
wonder if
You're way
do you think
too
most A-list celebrities get creeped out by tattoos like that, or like beyond honored?
Well, I don't think you have to be a celebrity to answer that question. How would you feel if somebody did that? I guess it does matter if you're a celebrity because there's a reason.
Yeah,
Like if somebody loved the Power Trip Morning Show enough to get a tattoo of us, how would that make you feel? By the way, I'd encourage you to do that if you're listening and love us.
I don't know. I think I'd be a little uncomfortable
if you
with
get
it.
a tattoo, make sure my dong's
I
big.
felt a little
Wait,
weird a
what?
couple years ago.
We're
That
gonna be
guy
nude?
was he in North Dakota? I think he was in North Dakota. Somebody named their kid's middle name or something like that after me. I forget now. My memory sucks.
Isn't there?
And it kind of like I was honored, but I'm like, ooh man, I don't know if I feel good about this. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
That's
It's
sweet.
weird. It's weird. Somebody named their dog after you in the last couple of weeks,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, their dogs. Yeah, Brian Helverson, Zach's father,
No kidding.
told me he tweeted that. story.
Not him, but he a waitress saw the Fan Jam shirt that I think my brother was wearing,
Yeah.
and she goes, "Oh yeah, I love Sauce. We're big fans, and yeah, we named our dog after him."
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wasn't there a guy that had like KFAN and then Rube tattooed on his knuckles?
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
I should do that.
Yeah.
No kidding. I like it. I like the
think
dedication.
It might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's Joe DeRozier from South Dakota. I don't remember what the kid's name is though now, but I think the middle name is something after me, and I don't remember exactly what it is. Cute kid though.
Is it Fishy
Aw.
Lips?
No, I don't think it's Fishy Lips, but Joe from South Dakota.
You guys remember Marcel
cool.
DeRozier?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marcel.
Yeah,
he
he
texted
works
me a
at,
couple weeks ago. He's doing
Hilltop.
well.
He works at Hilltop.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Yeah, Hilltop RV.
Again, I don't remember why Marcel texted me, but like 2 weeks ago he
He's
reached
probably
out.
looking for dick pics.
Yeah. Did he text you up?
Well, some people call him dick pics. We call him dickard pics. I use the full name.
That was the most innocent way to answer that. You're so right.
Nipple slip.
Yeah. Damn it, man. I had nothing today. Hey, by the way, complete left turn. Can you believe it's been 2 years? I just did a spot for him since Jefferson Lines picked me up.
I know.
Oh yeah, dude, that was such a great bit.
Real.
Goes fast.
Unreal, man. God, I can't tell you how miserable I was
Man,
in that first leg of that trip.
On the
God
Greyhound
damn.
bus.
You're a better human being than I am, man.
That's not true. 26 hours or so on that Greyhound. And again, I don't mind
So-
saying it.
Oh, go
That's
ahead.
shit.
Yeah,
So
Greyhound.
26
Yeah,
hours
no thanks.
was the entire ride. How far into the ride did they pick you up?
In Omaha, yeah. So I'm saying it was 26 hours.
Oh, sorry, I
Yeah,
thought it was
no,
the
it's okay.
whole
It was
thing.
almost
Sorry.
27.
My
Yeah, into the
God.
ride. that they
Because it was
picked
like
me
a
up, and I
30.
in
Wasn't it
Omaha.
38 total?
Something like that, yeah. And it would have ended up being more than that because we'd been so delayed.
Right.
Steven, the bus driver for Jefferson Lines, picked me up, had been sitting there waiting forever. And again, there's
Stephen Wales.
Steven's a great dude.
Such a nice guy.
There's no way to describe the level of confusion when I walked off that bus and Steven was standing there holding a sign that said my name. And by the way, at the time, I'm walking off the steps and everybody's pissed because our next bus had already left.
Oh man.
So they were going to have to get us onto different buses.
Fuck that.
Right. So everybody's yelling, and I got to get my bags off this bus, whatever. And I look over, and there's a dude standing there with my name on a sign, and I go, and he goes, your bus is right over here. And I look literally to my left, and there's a Jefferson Lines bus sitting there, and I'm like, what do you mean? What do you? And he said, no, this is. So he walks me over, opens the door, and I go in there, and there's a pizza. And a bag of stuff, including like an iPad and headphones. The bus is, just like all of them, spectacular. It was cool because the other bus I'd been on was not cool and smelled like poop.
Right.
Well, it's because you were on it.
Touche.
What a perfect example of that sound. It was supposed to be a punishment. It was supposed to be hell, but that's an adventure you're going to remember for the rest,
For the rest
of
of
your
my life.
right?
Yeah,
And
and I got an
The highs
endorsement
and-
of it. It's what you're going to
But
say.
the
I know,
highs
yeah.
and the lows.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
I mean,
yeah.
But we got done with that Friday show, and you were fucking devastated. You were just counting down the seconds.
Again, imagine it had been you.
Oh God.
Think about it.
oh, we would have never heard the end of
Yeah,
it.
He wouldn't have done it.
He'd still be
No.
complaining.
No, I would have done it because I paid too much money to get out of some of these, so I would have done it, but it would have been miserable. They would have kicked me off.
You wouldn't have made it to Denver.
Either would you, but okay.
I would. You would have got to wherever, and you would have bought a flight and paid the rest of the way out. Made it.
Greg, when Swedberg still liked me, he was actually texting me while I
Why
was still
doesn't
in
he
New
like
Mexico.
you?
I never mind.
We're on the shit list now.
Yeah,
Of
and he
all
has
the
reasons
all
not
the
to like
corner
me.
offices.
I'm not going to pretend
Yeah.
that I'm a likable guy.
Well, the one guy that liked us left.
Not because of us.
Oh, yeah, I was
No,
gonna say, yeah.
no. But
Anyway, he was texting, saying, "You can stop now. You've done enough. You don't have to do this anymore." He was telling me I didn't have to. And I'm like,
he was tweeting that. He's
Yeah.
like, "This is enough."
"Yeah,
Which, by the way, he has no right to do that. It's a bet.
No, but
Right,
if
right.
The boss
But-
can't
but-
say, "Hey,
I
grab
know,
a
but-
flight and fly home." No,
Yeah.
you have to stay on the bus the
I
rest
know."
of the way.
But it was nice of him to do it. My wife texted me like 4 times saying, "Where are you?"
My God,
I'm just
not
I'm
even paying
kidding. I'm
attention.
just kidding.
and you were just sitting in the
When-
Jefferson Line bus in Minneapolis.
She actually said, "You left Wednesday to go somewhere. Where have you been?" And then, it was Sunday.
Oh, I was in Vegas, and now I'm taking a bus
She
home.
hates
Yeah, no.
you.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
No,
She doesn't hate me that much. But I'd hate me. If I had been married to me this long, God, I'm sick of me already. And imagine, right? How sick are we all of being in our house, period.
Yep.
It's just so ridiculous. You never have to see me this much.
I would like me in small doses, so I would not want to be married to me either. So I can't blame my wife either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I could
That's
tolerate
right.
myself for about 45 minutes a day, and the rest of the day I'd want to be by myself too.
Man, Bargatze said a lot of things. Like I said, I only watched a half hour of it last night, but there were a lot of things about it that really and he talked a lot about, as you can imagine, the quarantine. But he's like, I look back now at the quarantine, I'm like, why was I so goddamn lazy? Imagine the amount of things I could have accomplished. I could have written books.
Yep.
I could have, this, that, and the other. And instead, it's a year later, and I had a year to do nothing and did nothing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, that's what I was saying that to Dave Simonette a couple weeks ago. I can't believe we didn't have more music come out in the last
Yeah,
12
that's a
months.
very good point.
Because even though a lot of people individually quarantine, I can't believe bands didn't get together and say, all right, let's all quarantine for 2 weeks. We'll all meet at Studio X. And a lot of them have their own studios.
Sure.
Let's just spend the next 2 or 3 months, maybe even bring our families. Let's all quarantine as families. Let's just do an album for the next 2 or 3 months and then make this summer that we can't tour financially productive.
Well, there's a good chance we'll see a lot more new music this year because from what I've heard is they make their money on touring.
They definitely
and so a lot
do.
of these record labels are holding some of the stuff back
Yeah, good
exactly
point.
until they can tour again. So we might just see a massive flood of new music this year and next.
Other than Twin City Summer Jam, that's unless something horrific happens, is all set to go. Are there any other music festivals that are a go?
All of them.
Are they, except for what's the bit you and Andy are going to go to?
Download.
But was that like a month ago?
Yeah, they canceled really, a very, and I understand why, but at least in Minnesota, I know Moondance is on. What's
Is
the
Lollapalooza
We Fest is
happening?
on. Twin City
I don't
Summer
know.
Jam is on. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So like
Oh, that makes sense.
Lollapalooza's probably out.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, they're out.
Bonnaroo?
Yep. Coachella's
Yeah.
next year now.
Yeah. All right. Good point.
He's screaming. Album thing.
Are you aware of how Taylor Swift recorded all her albums that she released during the pandemic?
No, how did she record? How did Taylor Swift record her albums?
Remotely.
She recorded them remotely. Yeah.
New York.
Okay. Yep.
Jack Antonoff was in wherever he lives, and they
Jack who?
recorded them basically via Zoom.
Wow.
You
Sure. Yeah, you.
That's how she pumped out those albums, which were offbeat from what she normally does.
Huh.
Not her normal stuff. It's just a different project.
That's great. Yeah, because you can literally Pro Tools anything to anywhere. So I can be in that studio. I could do an album from that studio and send it wherever, my vocals wherever, and they can match them up as long as they are in time. They can, in fact, they can even make them in time.
Bring Me the Horizon released an EP last year, and they had a whole behind the scenes. And they originally did quarantine together, kind of like you were talking about, Corey. And then something happened where they had to all go all their separate ways. And they were showing Jordan, who's the keyboard player, and then Ollie, who's the lead vocalist, FaceTiming while Ollie's recording vocal tracks, and he's giving live feedback, and he's sending them over, and Jordan's mixing it and sending stuff back. And, yeah, it's a whole new way of doing it. You don't need this, crazy expensive studio anymore to record music.
The first recording I ever did in a studio was, I was 16, so it was 1987. We went to Dayton, Ohio to record it. It cost us $350 an hour, which was a lot back then. And you recorded it to 2-inch tape, and the tape didn't come with the recording. so you had to buy the tape as well. And I can't remember how much the tape was, but the tape was more expensive than the recording session was, and you had to pay an engineer as well. And we did, I think, 2 songs, which I wish I still had. I can't imagine how bad they were. But it was in a professional studio setting. It cost us a bunch of money. And the difference between what I can do in my basement now compared to what we went through to record 2 songs in 1987, it's unbelievable.
Like the giant, like Taylor Swift, for example. Let's say these bands get back into the studio. They don't pay for that, right? Like the label does.
They do pay for it, though.
Okay.
It's recoupable funds. So the let's say the record costs $350,000 to make. The record company pays for it, and then they add that to your bill, and you have to pay them back in record sales and stuff like that. So you get like you've always heard of an advance for for bands from record companies. That is not a signing bonus. That is a recoupable advance. So they give you $600,000 when you sign. They're going to get that back when you start selling records. You won't start making money until you sell $600,000 worth of records. Record deals are the worst, and there aren't many of them now like there used to be. But I knew at one point anyway, so many bands who signed a record deal and lost their ass. We read the deal. Did you guys read the story the other day about Chevelle?
No.
They said they've sold 6 million records and never made a dime.
Really?
That was the headline of the article.
Wow.
Yeah.
So all of their money is on touring and merch.
Absolutely.
No money off the albums.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Wow.
It's sad.
I mean, they started kind of before the streaming era.
Yeah, the Red and all those songs were big, yeah.
When people, I mean, when you talk about like how, because I think you talk about how little artists make from streaming services, they weren't making much before either, which is crazy to think about, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like I think we've sold something like 11,000 copies of Initials, and I've made just a little over $600.
Wow.
See, this is a great opportunity.
Well, why are you selling it through a record label? Like,
I got
what
it's
record
a
label
it's
are
a
you on?
recoupable.
No Limit?
No, Nipple Slip Records.
Oh, AJ's record company?
No, so I mean, you can go to initialsgame.com and just buy it, but again, I'm making
No one's going to do
pennies on the dollar now.
That's sad. Well, we can tell by your outfit.
Son of a bitch. How many times have we discussed this? But I wish I could dress better. I just don't care.
No, I'm just
The only
making
stuff
fun
I'm
of you.
comfortable in is this.
Yeah.
So every time I dress up or put on nice clothes, I'm like, I feel so uncomfortable that I'm like, who am I trying to impress? I don't care. So I just wear Puma and call it a day.
Which is fine. Wear
Yep,
whatever you
it's
want.
very nice.
Be you.
Yep.
Yeah, be you, man.
If I was single, though, I would have to change it up, right? I would have to, like, this is truly giving up.
Yeah, 'cause
Because
somebody
I
would
like
be
it,
like-
I'm comfortable, I don't care. If I was single, I wouldn't be like, yeah, this is the best it's going to get.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have to show me off to your friends looking like this.
Yeah.
And they'd say, yeah, hard pass.
If you like Puma sweatshirts and being sad all the time, that'd be your Pina Colada song.
Exactly.
Oh, how great
If
is
you
that
like
song?
bitchin' at sauce
Yep.
Yeah.
and your penis is small. I'm just assuming. If you
It-
got fishy lips
you
and
never
back
know.
hair. I could go on all day. If you
I don't,
going.
I don't have back hair.
You don't have back hair?
That is wrong. I have, like, no hair.
I thought I said
Prove
neck,
it.
but I meant
Yeah.
You wish.
yeah.
how much?
Ooh,
Zach.
Corey Cove's OnlyFans coming soon.
Yuck.
yucky.
I'm just going to kick out some NFTs.
And a boy.
I still don't know what that means.
They have the new thing, and maybe this is what you're talking about. I didn't really read much of it, but they're doing that now with shoes, where you can buy digital shoes to put on your like Instagram pictures. So like you can looks like you're wearing these super high-end shoes in your Instagram and all that
Dear
shit.
God.
Right? Yeah.
Is this like really dumb?
Yeah,
these-
that's
It's
stupid.
all dumb. I just want to
It's
figure out
fake.
if I can make money off
Yeah,
it.
right.
That's all I
like,
care.
people are paying millions of dollars for code. Like that's
Yep.
all it is. At the end of the day, it's just a unique code.
It's just supply and demand, though, right? It's if somebody wants to pay for it, then it's worth something.
Which I suppose that's exactly what Doge and
yeah,
Bitcoin. are.
You gotta
Dogecoin
do it
is
from the
going
middle
to
of
the
stage.
moon.
You can't stand there off.
I
You gotta
needed
go.
to get a microphone. So the best way
Somebody
that I
farted,
had
by
this
the way.
explained to me,
Who farted?
was
But
with
Zach,
art.
Zach, did you fart?
I did not effing fart.
I did not.
I did not. Is it with art? So there's original art, and then there are prints. So
Yeah, prints.
Prints of art, where the original art is worth a lot of money, and there's prints everywhere that other people can have, or you can order for your apartment or whatever.
Like
But
a
there's still
Banksy.
an original out there that's worth a lot more money. So these are all the originals, and people can use them. If it's a gift, if it's a whatever, you still have that opportunity. So that's the best way that I've heard it described.
Thank you.
All I care is that Dogecoin goes to the moon, so you guys didn't want... I mean, I'm up, by the way. So when was that, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
That you guys tried to
Was
buy
it?
Doge, and I spent 5 more minutes than you guys and bought it? It's up, 12% since then? That's a pretty nice turnaround for a lot of investments on a year, right? If you got 12% on a year, you got 12% in like 3 weeks.
None of
So
us
it's
are
not
listening.
it's not to the moon, but
Yeah.
12% in 3 weeks, that's a pretty good jump.
If they had made it easy, I would own it.
Yeah, I would own a ton of it.
But I don't because
Yeah.
they didn't make it easy.
They
I had
wanted
the
8
easiest
things-
experience.
So did
ever
I. It was
around
They
easy.
wanted
Yeah.
hockey, and I couldn't do it. Maybe we aren't allowed.
No, they were like, tell me
Yeah, they
tell
wanted
me
like
how many
9
nut
things.
hairs you have. I'm like,
Which
It
is
was
how
just
many.
they just
One,
needed your
two.
bank information. That was
Yeah.
about it.
and then they wanted me to
And I-
bring like prove I lived in my house. I'm like, fuck you.
What?
I don't know if I live
I
there.
never
to
had to do
technically,
that.
you
God,
never had to do that.
I didn't
really?
have to do that either.
Really?
I think
Yeah.
you're on a
They
list.
needed like 8 things from me.
Yeah,
as
me
well.
too, man.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah. That's why I quit.
What
And you
the
didn't go
shit?
the extra mile and just do it?
No, fuck that.
Yeah.
What's your weekend training regimen? Speaking of going the extra mile and
I'm
doing it.
swimming tomorrow, Sunday, and then Tuesday, Thursday. Basically, tomorrow and Sunday, and then for the rest of the way, every other day.
So you about 2 or 3 4 days ago, you said your confidence level is 70%. Is that
Yeah.
the number still?
Yeah.
You think there's a 70% chance you're going to do
70%.
this?
Yes. As I've said, the what's it called? The
Nipple slip?
stamina.
Oh,
The
stamina.
stamina is a big thing because, as you can see in this video, I'm basically a human fucking Koopa Troopa with how big my fucking face is. And the breathing. The breathing is the only part. It's
What
the
about-
tough part.
What about the land training that makes it look like you're walking through spider webs?
I thought that was hey, hockey. It was a video.
About time you did a goddamn video.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah.
all I'm saying.
More about the
Hawk, when you saw
ideas.
that video, not only did you make the perfect analogy that he was just wiping away his spider webs, what did you think of his chances of doing this, watching him land train?
None at all. I mean, I don't think he could do it, and it made me think less. I thought to myself, he should be at a pool. Is what I thought to myself.
Land training seems ridiculous to me.
Right.
If you're Michael Phelps and you're walking
And you
around
already
being like,
have the breath.
and you're truly
Right.
like focusing on precise arm movement,
Sure.
I'd say, yeah, Michael Phelps should be training round the clock and constantly thinking about swimming. Watching Sauce walk around his apartment flailing, I think helps 0 to success in 3 weeks.
Right. Agreed.
You're not at a level where it matters.
What?
Exactly.
He forgot what he was talking about.
I wasn't
But
listening.
yeah, and you got to. I think the hardest thing about it is going to be having the air to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the
lung
the lung
capacity
capacity
in
to
3
do it.
weeks.
Yeah.
And that's the part that you don't work on when you're in your apartment.
So, all of us can think out loud and figure this out. We need an independent, unbiased, objective judge, and we have to quickly determine the rules for what is stopping, right? What is treading water? What disqualifies Sauce from doing this? Like when he hits the wall almost 20 times, what is the protocol? What are you allowed to do and not do?
Yeah. I mean,
Why is Chris undoing his pants?
what are you doing?
What just happened?
What the fuck? What's going on? Why are your pants off?
I don't know.
Did we miss something?
I don't know what we just missed, but he just randomly opened his
I
pants.
don't know what just happened.
It was a dick slip.
Oh my god. Oh my god, there are your balls, dude.
What is happening?
I can see your ABC.
What the?
I can see your ass ball connector. What is he doing?
Camera 1, camera
Oh
2.
my God.
All right, we got to wrap
We
this
gotta
up.
go.
Chris is derailing.
We're gonna see his crank.
Chris is.
My joke was going to be that every time he switched to you guys, it came back to me. I had less clothing on.
Yeah, now you might be fired.
Who cares?
You don't care.
Right.
That was
Jeez.
it.
That
We would've
escalated
seen a nip
quickly.
slip.
You could have gone further. Trust me.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was going to be funny, and then it went. And at one point, when he switched over to just you guys, you were both on your phones like you are right now, and then when he switched back to me, I looked like I had my hand in his crotch. And I was going to continue to escalate what was going on until he and I were actually having sex on screen.
Ooh, you and Zach?
Yeah, Avi. I'm not going to do it with you. You're gross.
Why am I gross?
I don't know. You have to ask your mom that.
That'd be a funny bit. You know,
What? Why my mom?
She's responsible. I
you
don't
know why your mom is the answer. You know, back in the day when they had things like Wild Live on Fox Sports North, when you could actually have fans sitting there.
Yeah, who would watch
You know,
that?
when they'd have that panel, and then there's like 30 rubes around the desk, and they're all looking at the monitors like they've never seen TV before, or like it's a freak show. Like, what are they doing? They're broadcasting for the Wild game.
Yeah.
But I always thought it'd be funny to do almost exactly what you just did, like take a Rubik's Cube and like stand in the back and pretend to work on it, and then they cut back to Mark Parrish and you're just holding up a done Rubik's Cube, even though you would just pull it from your, like you're not. I don't know how to do a Rubik's Cube. You'd be like, I did it, and just hold it in the back. That'd be a funny bit, just to.
I'm shocked that's something you can't do.
It's just memorization. I just haven't taken the time to learn it. Isn't it? I think you have to put it in a starting position. And then I think it's something like 59 steps. That number might be a little bit off. So if you could remember the 59 steps, then it's just how fast can you do those 59 steps.
The crazy thing about that, though, is, well, I guess what you have to do then is get it back to that first step and then start from there. Because I was going to say, what if somebody give you one that's already screwed up?
Yeah, you have to exactly. You have to kind of flip it back, and you have to be familiar enough with it to get one side of the cube the way that you know whatever step one is. And I don't know how difficult that is, but somebody can look it up. It's something 40, 50, 60 steps. So all of us could do it if we just spent time memorizing the 60 steps.
Somebody on this stage is farting.
It's sad.
I'm not farting.
I can't
Yes,
smell it,
yeah.
and you are in the middle of
I'm in
possible
hell,
suspects.
hell highway over
Yeah,
here.
you're between the two fat guys
Okay,
riding
I'm starting to
motorcycles on the
smell
Guinness
it.
Book of
Right?
World Records.
It's coming from over there.
It's not
man.
me. If I would,
Why are you not admitting that you farted?
it's not me. I would tell you if I farted. I'm not. I ain't scared.
See, right now would be the perfect time for me to have taken my pants completely off.
Yeah, do
Because
it.
he was looking at you the entire time.
All right, let's
And
try
when
it
he
again.
came back, just
I'm going to
nothing
say
but ball
something.
sack in the screen.
I'm going to say something and see how quickly you can get undressed. All right, Corey, where can we find your game? It's initialsgame.com, right?
Initialsgame.
Oh my god!
Okay.
We were getting it's over for us.
He just farted. It's him farting. He farted. Look at your slabs, dude.
Hey, that's my bit.
Initialsgame.com.
Bye.
Oh my god. If the bosses didn't hate us before.
The
Is it over?
buses?
Are we done?
Sure.
Bye.
When you finally try Bud Light Seltzer, your taste buds will thank you. In their own special taste bud way.